Hey, journeyman, journeywomen, this is a hero's journey with Dr. D, live and in living color. Here to inspire, to encourage, to motivate, to educate, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. Tonight, today, this evening. Oh, you know what it is. You know what it is. This is the recap, the update, as well as the Q&A. Why, you ask? This is something we do every week in regard to the last video. The last video was the last part of the series of emotional intelligence. We talked about self-awareness, then we talked about self-management, then we talked about social awareness. Talk about social awareness. We were stuck in the amygdala. Yes, we did. We stuck in the amygdala because I thought it was very important to understand what is the thing in our head that causes things to trigger. I thought that was needed. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up or claps. I don't know what y'all looking at. Let me know if that was an important area that needed to be done. Now I'm gonna put in chat on the side, okay? And I put a chat on the side for those who need to put in questions. Go ahead and put them in now. So when we get to the Q&A section, then I'll be able to answer them. I will answer them in this order. I will answer the calls that may have came in on the podcast first. I'll check to see. Then I'll go do the chat. Then we'll bring people on when I put the link in the chat room. Okay. All right. So, but today we're talking about relationship management. That's the last tenet of emotional intelligence. Like I said, we talk about social awareness. Social awareness was the last one. Self management. We talk about self awareness, and this is on relationship management. I said, Dr. D, why is relationship management important? It's important because the truth of the matter is, why in the world would we do the other things if it wasn't building up to a certain climax? And the climax is the relationship, because no man is a mountain, no woman is a mountain, and so therefore we need to connect with other individuals in order to accomplish certain things in life. Some people on the mind say, "I don't need anybody, nobody," but they always say that until they're about 85 years old with a dog and nobody else, right before they die. We all need somebody, maybe not a whole bunch of people, but we need people. We need people. We need to connect, and we all do connect, whether we believe it or not. All right. So what we talked about today in the recap was that the recap was relationship management, and that's what I expounded on relationship management. I did a breakdown. Because everything really does lead into relationship management. Now, what I did is that I wrote some things down. Things gonna get easier. Ooh, child. Things gonna line up someday. 53 and the dog. Excuse me. 53 and the dog. But you still have some people, though. All right. So social I talked about social awareness. Now, first we said self-awareness. Self-awareness, the tool is used so we can notice feelings. So we can notice feelings, and so we can judge if we are in need of being satisfied. And and what that means is that you need to understand, and I explained in the video, you need to understand your triggers. What gets you to go up in a good way, and what gets you to go up in a bad way. So if you know how you are, if you are aware of self, we can be aware of everything outside, but you have to realize that things are transmitted through our system, through our five senses internally. Now, if we don't pay attention to our internal, that external doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. So you need to pay attention to how the external affects your internal, so you can be alert. You can be alert. You can be alert of what sets you off in a good way and what sets you off in a bad way. And then I talk about self-management. And self-management, this is a tool that expresses your feelings, expresses your feelings, and you can act accordingly to benefit the connection. You're aware, so you can manage the feelings. So you act according to the area that you're in, so you can benefit the connection. It's all about connecting to others. You need to benefit the connection so the connection can benefit you, because it's about effective communication, sending your message and the person understanding the message that you're sending, and the onus is on the person who's sending the message. And then the third element, we talk about social awareness. Social awareness is a tool that's needed so you can, excuse me, so you can better somebody's feelings. So, well, let this thing in my eye. Social awareness is so you can actually is a tool that helps you to understand how other person needs to how you need to interact with individuals, how you're affecting them. And so, therefore, all these things are building blocks to get to relationship management. And relationship management, so you can connect. You need to know. You need to know the people you're around, how you're affecting the people around you, and the things. How do you need to how you need to connect with them. And if you because I use in a lot of my videos, a lot of these 4 series of videos, I don't just use business aspect. When you hear about emotional intelligence, you think about businesses, but emotional intelligence is in different. I use business sector, relationship sector, when you're dealing with a significant other, and I use in a team sector when you're dealing with a team, somebody's depending on you because every joint supplier to accomplish the touchdown, accomplish a home run, accomplish a hoop to win a championship. You have to work together as a unit. And even in the military, you have to work together in a unit. The Marines say no man left behind. Now, I got veterans here, so y'all correct me if a Marine's not the only, if there are others that say we leave no man behind. Put in chat, so it's you work as a team. You need to know how the person flows. You need to know how it flows because if you know how the person flows, then you can work with them. And you don't have to worry about looking behind your back because you know they have your back. So it's about managing that relationship that's important because that relationship that you manage may be the relationship that saves your life. That's why it's important. Coast Guard leaves no one behind as well. Definitely can't leave anybody in the water. All right. So that is my recap. That's my recap of relationship management. Now, my update. Y'all, I have I actually have a sound machine that I'm trying to work out the kinks in. And do I have a drum beat? I think I have a drum beat. Next week I'm gonna get that thing. I'm gonna get it going. But so I can kind of prop myself up. It's kind of fun. But my update will be I am going to shift off and I'm gonna talk about fragmented. I wrote it down earlier. My next topic will be fragmented focus. A lot of times we can't accomplish certain things in our life because we're in different places all at one time. So even if you're shooting an arrow, if you're shooting an arrow at a bullseye, you're not looking at 20 bullseye at one time. You're shooting it directly in front of you. But if you're everywhere, you can focus towards your target. So a lot of times we live in fragmented focus. So if our focus is fragmented, then we're taking up more time to accomplish that goal. And time is a precious thing that all of us can't afford to lose. But did you hear that? That's next week. Okay, I'll start talking about it right now. Okay, so that is my update. Now we're going to invite guests. Now we're going to Q&A. I'm about to put the link into the chat, y'all. Okay. Put the link in the chat. And so I'm trying to see who's gonna go in the back room, and so I'm gonna click on. All right. Bam! There it go. There it go. Who coming? L'Oreal, you coming on tonight? Yeah, the Coast Guard. See if we get Marine or Army. Somebody come on and engage and add a little flavor to the conversation. All right. Does everybody have the links and trying to get on right now? Doom, 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 doom. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. Doom, doom, doom. Get on the. You got on. You got me. You got me. You got me. Okay. Oh, Phil, is Paul? You getting on? Okay, Phil, I got you. Now I don't hear you, but I have you. Phil, are you on? Phil, I cannot hear you.
Here.
Okay, I hear you now. Say something else.
Me.
Okay, Phil, I got you. Now it's delayed. You must got me on the television. You got to cut something off.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
All right. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I just have contrast on the wall. I have green and white, and this is in honor of Wakanda.
Wakanda. What you mean?
Not Wakanda. Wakanda. That's why I have green. That's part of the color of my lineage. I have part Cameroon. Yes, my brother.
Oh, do you speak French?
No. I said part. I don't. No, I don't.
Okay, you got to do it. We can't be talking about a heritage and we don't speak the language.
I just came on the boat. I just came. Oh, Paula's here. I think. Was it Paula? Or let me see. I got somebody new. Oh, Stella. Stella.
Hello.
Hello. If you ever get a new one. All right. So one team, one fight. Oh, L'Oreal. Oh, Army. One team, one fight. Okay, we got any got any questions for me? Oh, Paula, you getting on?
I do,
Paula,
but I'm going to let Paula ask her first.
Oh, Paula is on. Okay, I got to spread this thing out. All right.
Shit. Hold on, I got to take the tape off. There we go. I had to take the tape off.
All right.
New hardware.
All right. So just a layout here. Let me see. No. Let me see. All right. Side by side. That works. What y'all think?
Oh, except Stella's missing.
Yeah.
No, you get Stella. You guys say Stella.
Sorry, I don't do video. Sorry.
There she is. I hear her.
But neither does Phil. Put the dog up. Do act up. Put the dog up.
Dog is chasing a cat, so sorry.
The dog chased the cat. Nothing but the dog in. Do the dog. You gotta get an avatar. Get a picture or something. Just stick it up there, or do like Phil does. Phil gets his role model.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't either.
You just get a bobblehead and stick it in front of the camera.
Oh, that makes sense.
Look. Oh, he got cute now. He got a puppy now.
All right, I'll do one next time.
Okay. Okay.
I don't have a question, Dr. D, but my little child called me up this morning.
Okay.
He's 10 minutes away from his newest job.
Uh,
No gas to be found, of course, gas shortage.
yeah.
So I told him, go ahead, make it to work. I'll bring him some gas on the way. Trying to get ready to go to that damn doctor's appointment. No. He goes home, this and that, ends up cussing me again because, I couldn't help him right that minute. I did not get upset. I went click and I carried my ass to the doctor. No drama, no BS. I'm learning, doctor.
That's good. Good job. Yeah.
A year ago, we both know what killed him.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Thank God this is not. Thank God for Thanos.
And now I can't even hurt him for another 8 weeks.
We talk about this. So how's it? How's your arm?
I've got to get 2 surgeries, not just one. But that's all right. I'll be sleeping in this shit for a little while.
Oh, good, but you got to end to it though. It's not like you can't do nothing. You ain't gonna chop it off.
45 minutes in that damn room, and they didn't even have a movie. You're not allowed to use your hands. So you can't play video games in the doctor's office.
And Betty Boop, you got any questions? Phil, any questions? Who had a chance to look at the video?
I'm lucky.
Yeah, I looked at the video.
I had time to check the video out.
Any questions?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if I should say it or type.
You can say it. Let Betty say it. Betty Boop, yeah.
How many cigarettes can I smoke in the next 10 minutes?
You're too close, Betty. You're too close to the mic, Betty.
I said, you better have an interesting question because she's awfully boring to look at.
Yeah, no. Just look at how she got too much makeup on. Go ahead. And Phil, what's the question? Are you trying to type it or what? Let me drop everything and work on your product.
Okay. Oh, the only question I had was about when relationships change.
Okay. What's the question again?
Do you hear me?
You said when would relationship change?
What happens when relationships change? When they change for the best?
What happened?
No, I'm sorry, for the worse.
Give me a full sentence, please.
How do you deal with relationships that have changed for the worse?
You adjust.
I think you answered this last time. You told him you stay until you don't want to stay anymore.
Yeah. You adjust or you don't.
Okay.
I've had 5 husbands, so don't ask me what I'd do.
It's a life's a learning experience. If you don't, she said, first time you don't make it, try again, or try again, or try again, or again.
Gotta be one with a cigarette in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Or not.
You,
or don't try at all and just say, you know what? I'm okay being alone.
Happier alone than I have been the entire other 40 years of my life.
Yes, Lord.
Because
the way I look at
they both get
I
dogs.
learned this long time ago. You could do bad. Remember the Medea thing? You could do bad all by yourself. I don't need somebody else to do bad with. Now, if you can't go ahead and come to me and you could go ahead and add to my life, I don't need you.
Thank you.
Right. Okay.
I like her.
Okay, so Phil, what you say about that?
That's good. I love it.
You do bad all by yourself.
the other thing I wanted to say is I came
But
into
if
this
it's
room by
lonely on
myself.
Tuesday night,
Guess
Hold,
what?
hold on, one at a time. Phil, go ahead, and then if Stella, go ahead.
I
Phil, go
said,
ahead.
but you get lonely on Tuesday night. No.
I can't hear him.
He said he said Stella Paul. He said, yeah, but you get lonely on Tuesday night.
I don't
I don't get lonely.
ever.
I am good.
They got dogs.
I look at the end of the day, I surround myself with people that I want to deal with. You see,
That's good.
and what I'm saying is, okay, if you cannot add to me, I don't need you. Life is short.
Yep.
Life is very short, and the thing is, I don't need the headaches. Now it took me this long to learn that,
Mm-hmm.
and it took me 3 exes to learn that, and a lot of
5.
craziness to go to, but I am getting ready to turn 48. I am too damn old to deal with somebody else's crap.
Oh,
Ain't trying to raise no
you
man.
young and spry.
But what I'm saying is, I got too much. You know what I'm saying? Life is short. I came into you know how young women these days feel like they need somebody to complete them.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I put up with crap for a long time, and then I was like, now I get to the point that I just said, I like my peace.
Yes.
And there's nothing like it. You go out and you deal with so much craziness out there. When you come home, you should have that peace. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Doesn't mean that you need to go in your own room to have that peace. You should have that peace in your house. And if you're not, like, I want somebody that will do for you just because. Not because you ask them to, not because you force yourself. It just comes from the heart. Whatever you do, whatever you say, it just because. Not because the date calls for it. Now, if you can't go ahead and just come and do stuff from your heart, then you're forcing yourself, and that means you're forcing yourself to be in that relationship. And if you're not, like, I want somebody that.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that's where I come from. That's my 50 cents.
I'm with her. 5 husbands it took me. You were smarter. You learned after 3.
So,
And I think it's like the way I look at it is, don't say stuff out of your mouth without thinking, because once you say it, you cannot take it back because you already have done the damage. Now we could go ahead and get upset. We could go ahead and with the emotions. In the heat of the moment, your emotions are high, and you're gonna say stuff that you should probably not have said, or how you said it. Because sometimes it's how you say it means more than what you say.
Tone.
So you got to go ahead and think about what you say and the damage that you could do to that person. So you got to take a step back. And then, like a lot of people just want to say stuff at the moment without even thinking. But then you want to apologize. But then you could apologize all you want, but the damage is done. Do you see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So then we got to take a step back, and just like if your emotions are high, sometimes you got to go ahead and say, hey, hold on a second. I cannot talk right now. Just give me a minute. But then the other person got to go ahead and also be receptive to and considerate of what that person is saying. Because if you keep forcing that person to talk, you might end up getting something that you do not want to get.
I'm with her all the way.
but I think that sounds like somebody actually looked at my video.
You're my buddy. You're my buddy. I listen to you, and then that you have been there for me, because you know how I was when I first started talking to you. And I was like, hell no, I'm not. I didn't want to deal with anybody because I went through a lot. I didn't want to deal with anybody. I didn't want to talk to anybody. But the thing is, I'm open to like and having relationships.
Yeah, I'm
But
not there yet.
I choose to. I'm very selective, and I'm not willing to settle for anything less. I'm not willing to go ahead and end up giving up me anymore. I have done it for too long, and I'm not going to give up me anymore. Now, if that means that person that supposedly is out there, It might not be, but then it might be. But the thing is, I'm not willing to go ahead and settle for anything less than what I deserve. But in the meanwhile, I will go ahead and end up having, like, you know,
Playmates.
no, I'm talking about like you know, associates, friends, whatever. I'm willing to have relationship as that. Y'all
I
are
draw my line at
absolutely nuts.
playmates.
But don't let your past dictate of who you are or who you can be, or the hurt that you went, end up holding it against somebody that didn't do nothing, you know, didn't do it. And a lot of people are like, well, you know, you remind me of so from my relationship, and you're taking it on that person that didn't even do it.
Yeah, that's a sign.
That's right.
But
That's good.
as humans, we're very guilty of that. But we should be at the point that we're older now, that we learn from our priors. And we learn from our
change
mistakes.
people.
But some people don't. Some people end up going to their deathbed and they still do the same crap. But that's why we got you, for you to go ahead and tell us, hey, take a step back and think about it clearly.
We don't need no husband. We got you.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, many times you said, hold on a second, and you know, you got me to go ahead and think about things. You know, from a different perspective.
I got contact with a black wife and she'll cut you.
Mine fork. Of course, it went on his record. I had to tell the cops I got him with the fork and not the other way around.
I think Stella made a good point. You know, we have conflict. We have conflict in our lives, but it's not what we have. It's how you deal with it. You can't let something outside of yourself control your inside. But it can definitely make your blood boil. Now you have to, and that's what when Stella started talking, it's the first element of emotional intelligence, being aware of yourself. Now I can say I do it this way. We said, well, Dr. D, that's you. I'm gonna have to walk out because it's something that person does. It may be the way that person looks. It may be a way that person smells that triggers something in you that takes you back. What's that?
A smart ass remark.
Yeah, and they may bring the past back to your present, and then your future ain't looking bright because all you see is red. So you need to go back, decompress, take some deep breaths, and people understand the breathing actually just resets your brain. It resets, but we don't do a lot of deep breathing anyway. We don't. We shallow breathe for the most part, and that's why the meditation, all this. The biggest part of meditation is that you have to take deep breaths, and you reset the prefrontal lobe, because what happens that when you get a message, it goes right to the amygdala. It goes to the thalamus. Thalamus sends it shortly to the amygdala, which it sees the short messages, and your amygdala is all about emotions. It's all about emotions. So it triggers, oh snap, and it's about saving your tail. Fight or fright or flight. So it's like I say fight or fright because you scared and your body's trying to and your brain's trying to preserve, so everything just sets off. It starts bombarding your prefrontal, your rational, so you can't see nothing. Everything's cloudy up there because you're trying to break the thing down. You can't break it down because your amygdala's just bombarding you with messages up in your executive part of your brain, and then it's going to your nervous system, and then it's shooting messages at you, man, we gotta get ready to fight. So the nervous system increases the blood flow to your muscles, and your muscles getting ready to make that last stand. And then it shoots up to your hormone area, and then your cortisol levels increasing, and then your blood pressure is rising because you're about to fight because it's preparing you to fight for your life. But every situation that we deal with is not a fight for your life. But your body don't know that. And that's why a lot of people deal with high blood pressure, the sugar levels up high, because they don't know how, they're not aware of what's going on and what sets them off. And they are scared to be alone with their own thoughts because they're scary.
Now, see, I also was told that every time your body goes through anger, stress, anxiety, it takes 6 hours for your physiology to resume normal.
To bring back down.
A long time. One, they set you off in 5 minutes, and 6 hours before your body is back to normal.
It ain't worth it.
Long time to give somebody.
Right. You giving somebody 6 hours of your life.
It wasn't your choice.
It's always your choice.
Not the immediate fight or flight. When my child said that shit the other day, a foot from me, literally, I wanted to knock his teeth. I mean, I had to stop myself. My fight instinct kicks in.
No, but you didn't hit him, did you?
No.
So it was a choice.
Yes, but I had to physically stop myself in the process.
Right. Like I'm conditioned to, I'm engineered to fight first. It's been many times where I get startled and I'm in position.
Yeah.
However, I catch myself because I can't hit my wife. Because I'm startled. I'm startled. And my body doesn't say run. My body said we got to fight. Yep. So my wife said, why are you doing that toward me? It's not you. It's just that I'm ready. But I had to say, okay, take deep breaths, collect myself. I had to tell myself I am in a safe place. I had to pull myself back. I said, I am in a safe place. And you have a choice to let your unconscious control you.
You gotta think fast sometimes.
You gotta think fast. That's why it's practice. That's why you practice being alone with yourself and your thoughts and with scenarios. And that's, the military, that's what y'all do in boot camp. They do different scenarios to prepare you for combat.
So we don't kill anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. So and so you can protect yourself. So when you in the situation and then you're scared, your body always knows what to do without you consciously thinking about it. Your subconscious has already been set. So it's working automatically. So everything, we're not in war. But I'll tell you, we treat everybody like they're the enemy. And they're not. I think if you can, now some people, the best scenario is just to walk away. Is walk away because they trigger. And if you're aware who triggers you, then you can love them from a distance. Mm-hmm. And if you quiet for enough time, you can learn a lot about their pain. And you won't be like, I can't stand it. You be like, poor baby.
You can only poor baby somebody so much though. Like with mine,
you do the right thing. You can't let them in. You can't let him in. Mm-mm. Yeah, he gets in. You can't. When he does what he does, what you do is, and what you did today. All right, bye.
Yep.
Don't sit. Don't build yourself up to a pervert because you're not doing. Yeah.
Yeah, because a year ago I couldn't have. It would have been an 18-hour battle. And
yeah.
Today, nope, got shit to do. Later, bye. Your problem.
Yeah, that's just too much time to be wasting. I mean, I've learned that, and I told the other day. I said, I had situations. Okay, and I felt it that it was affecting me. So after I got an understanding what was happening, then I reset myself. That's okay. Okay, it makes sense from the other person's perspective. I may not agree with it, but I understood because my receptors, I received something that connected me emotionally to something that happened that was negative. But what the person was doing wasn't negative. It was just from their point of view. But I had to understand them that it wasn't directly against me. And everything a person does, just because it reminds you of John or Joe or Jeanette, doesn't mean it's John, Joe, and Jeanette. It means you got to deal with your memories. Every memory has emotion to it, and every emotion has a feeling.
With my kid, when he's acting like an ass, it comes out. It's like you're just like your father, or everybody says it. is that good? Is it bad? I mean, sometimes people need to know.
Yeah, but he probably heard a lot of times. You got to work on controlling that impulse. We all get impulses.
But even
But,
if they are,
yeah, but
how do
well,
you?
how does it how does it benefit them knowing?
If this person still wants to be in my life, they need to be aware of what they're doing that's setting me off.
Yeah, but the relationship you have with their father, you didn't have that type of relationship with them. So to tell them that you're just like their
You're
father,
acting like your asshole daddy. They
yeah,
know he was an asshole
that's
too.
dead.
But he didn't change things. He was still an asshole before he died.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you said it more than once, right?
Oh, I've said it a few times in the last few months.
Yeah,
It doesn't make it less true.
right. But after the first two times, are you saying to help him or you're saying to vent?
To make him aware that
You can't make a grown man aware. He
what
hears.
you're doing that is insensitive, that is asshole-ish.
So how's that helping him?
Maybe he can stop
But you said
that
maybe.
behavior. I don't know.
You're right. But you said maybe.
Well, he can't if he doesn't know.
But you said 4 or 5 times.
Mother to enlighten him.
But she said 4 or 5 times. You know, he knows.
Can I ask you a question?
Good. You talk to Paula. Go ahead.
Yeah. Can I? I'm sorry. What is your name?
Paula, and yes, anything.
Paula, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Now, so he frustrates you, obviously.
Beyond.
Okay. Now, have you ever set him down and let him know what bothers you?
Repeatedly. My son just got out of prison and is going through meth addiction. And it took me a year to even figure out that's what it was. I had no experience. So talking to him right now, he's still not in a mental place to hear some of this stuff yet. So yes, I've tried. Yes, you can sit down, you can carry on the conversation. 10 minutes later, if he's wasted or this or that, brain chemistry,
I got
he
you.
has he's not in a position yet to be receptive at all.
So maybe
I'm learning.
do you think that maybe like during that time it might be a distance? Say, hey, you are ruining our relationship by doing this and this and this. You're causing this.
Yes, we have. And I know in his moments of clarity, he understands, he feels guilty, he wants to change, but he's still so caught up in the emotional roller coaster of the addiction that he literally just cannot see beyond himself right now.
Is he willing to stop the addiction? Stop what he's doing or no?
He says yes. He called the people in court yesterday, didn't go in. So his actions and his words are still kind of at odds. He has the desire to get help, but he does not have the impulse control yet. So I had to put him out. I mean, we were getting physical, we were getting violent. One of us was going to hurt the other.
So it became destructive to you.
Oh God, yes. Yeah, I was ready to kill myself. How many times did I take pills this past year and then tried to ram the car?
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. So now he's out. He lives about an hour away, but it's still every day. Mom, I need this. Mom, I need that. Mom needs shit too.
Right.
And I've got the patience of nobody. I have none. And this has been going on like 18, 19 months now.
Wow.
So
it's
my
like
patience is
Dr. D said, you could, like sometimes it gets to the point that you have to go ahead and love somebody from a distance.
Yes, we are there.
So, and I think it's basically like he said, you just gotta, sometimes it gets to that point that becomes toxic and you just gotta go ahead and have that person from a distance instead.
Right. The emotional, you know how you get the mom guilt, you want to help your baby, but you realize you're only making your baby worse because now they're dependent on you. We're at that stage.
If you know you have done everything that you could, and there's nothing else you can do, then it just is what it is.
I hung up today. That's progress.
That's right.
It just is what it is.
Yeah, and I mean, I love him. He knows I'm going to love him no matter what. But tolerating the behavior, I cannot do any longer.
And the thing is, it's just gonna go ahead and that tough love, and it's gonna be like, you know what, for my sanity and for my peace of mind, I can't do that, and hopefully by that he might end up like having no choice but to change.
I'm hoping, and he knows that. I mean, what, 20 jobs in the last 2-3 months? He works a day, 2 days. So yeah, we've just had to emotionally separate, or not let his issues become my issues.
Right.
You can't feed the energy. You can't
Right.
feed it. If you feed it, then it increases them. You know,
Right.
if you have any people in your life, I've had this, where it appears that the more you beg, the more they get geek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They still gonna say no, but they like get hyped about that.
Right.
And I've had people like that. And so every time I say, I ask, it's like they start smiling because you're begging. But when you stand and what they say doesn't affect you, then they respect you.
Uh-huh.
We're getting there.
Yeah, then they respect you. They say, oh man, okay. They say they can't say nothing bad about you, except they didn't pick up the phone.
Oh, mine can. I was all kinds of bitch and shit this morning when I wasn't bringing him gas.
Yeah, and reason, I believe that the reason he does that, because to start, he feels that it may get to you. I think he feels it may get to you to a point where you will do something for him.
Yeah,
If
persistence has always paid off in the past.
yeah,
For you.
it ain't broke, don't fix it. So if I cuss out enough, then eventually she gonna feel guilty. She gonna do something for me, and which then it happens.
Yeah, not anymore. Mama's broke. He done wiped me out.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
I wish I'd have met you like 5 years ago instead of like now. Probably could have saved him going to jail for 4.5 years if I could have understood what was going on then
Mm,
and applied something. But hey, better late than never.
right. And Stella, I did get your message, and my guys come see you, but he's gonna come see you. I talked to him today.
What guy?
Told you I got to do the assessments for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he had to sit. You probably got to drop it down. You got to drop it down, Phil. They can't see the face. Okay, you took the light off.
Okay.
I can't see anything.
When you took the light off, they started because they could see it. Well, Stella probably couldn't see it, but that's different.
It looked like a picture of Betty Boop.
The-
A black dude. Well, I can see him, but it looks like he's holding a picture of Betty Boop. Over
Okay, can you see him now?
I can see the dude.
Who look like?
Looks like Fresh Prince from here.
That's me.
Nuh-uh. That's not you.
Show it closer, Phil.
Wow.
It's blurry.
It's
is.
more.
Very blurry. I
Can you
can't see it.
can you clear it up? Can you clear it up, Phil? Oh yeah, now you can.
I would not be able to tell that's you. Where's the beard?
I had the beard 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
I've never had a beard. I didn't
Okay.
get a beard 2 years ago because I didn't know I can grow one.
Mm,
I just know the stuff itch when I go somewhere and shave it off.
that's what I would think.
Yeah, but I never had one. And
Wow.
first year or so, I didn't take care of it. I just grow it. Yeah, I saw my twin brother. I said, "Ooh, his look good." I said, "If he can grow, maybe I can grow one."
Right?
So that's why I started growing because he grew it. But he got that big.
The beard crumbs.
Yeah, I don't like he keeps his real good. It's big. Like what's the basketball player?
Mm.
Yeah, he got a lot. He got that big beard. He got big beard. I don't want the big beard. I just want I like it like this.
That looks good.
Yeah, that's me. Phil, I'm gonna get back that way.
That's yeah. I would have never. Well, not from here. I wouldn't have recognized you. It looked like Fresh Prince from way back here.
Well, I was 16.
Nuh-uh. Wow. Now, where did he find this picture of you?
Hey, Paula, you gave him a
Something about breakfast?
What's that? What you say, Phil?
I said, Paula gave you a compliment.
Thought he probably gave you breakfast.
Now she sounded like Fresh Prince.
Mhm. Now, how did he get a picture of you?
No, that's not what I said.
What you say?
I said she gave you a compliment.
What's the compliment? Oh, my beard. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I was trying to think, what did I say?
Yeah, I thought you what you said.
She said
Yeah.
you look like the Fresh Prince.
How's that compliment?
Well, I think his Fresh Prince is cute. Yeah. I can see where that would be a compliment.
I think I look better.
There you go.
That's right.
Now, I want to know how Phil has a picture of you from 16 years old. Where did he come by that?
The same him.
Phil?
We went to the same high school.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Did y'all?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Chicago's got to have more than one, though, you know.
Well, we went to vocational high school.
Okay.
Yeah, and using my commercial art was our major.
That's what you told me about that. I need to see how this stuff down here.
Yeah.
No commercial shit down here except fishing.
Yeah, so that's good. Stella, Stella, that was good insight and about what Paula was talking about. But I mean, but you can't let other people, whether it's relatives or whoever else, take if they're too negative. And I think I told Paula this. I said, I I champion myself as being encouraging. And I had a friend that she was so depressing that she started to pull me down. I said, I gotta get. And I've never had that happen before. I say it's sunny outside. It's too hot. I said, this is a nice house, too small. Oh, nice dress is wrinkled.
You just can't win.
Oh, your hair looks nice. It's due for me to get it done. I mean, everything I was saying, it's her negativity was so strong that I didn't want to be around her. It's like it was pulling me down.
Energy vampires.
Yeah, pretty much. So, and she didn't do it intentionally. It's just that people, I believe, people are content on living in their misery because their misery is familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Is more people are more willing to live in their past, pull from the past and live it in their present,
Mm-hmm.
which what it does, it makes their future their past. So they're just constantly going in a circle and wondering why they're not going anywhere, but still living in a dark room.
And that's what I tell Stephen, that he is choosing to wallow. I mean, it's like Eeyore, woe is me, every minute of the day. And it's like, I'm sorry, handle it. Don't bring it to me anymore. I'm not a shrink.
Well, and what's happened is that it's become so appealing to escape. So he's escaping. He's never.
I'd be miserable. I couldn't. Oh, that's cute. I could not live that way. I get depressed for a day or so, and I can't stand to be around myself anymore. I've got to get in a better mood.
Yeah, and sometimes having the right people around you,
or know people.
or know people. Huh?
I like to know people.
You got your dog.
The dog's even irritating sometimes. He's needy.
But he'll talk back.
Not much. She howls occasionally.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I think you just have to, like I said, you have to be aware of self, of what sets you off, what sets you in a good way, what sets you in a bad way. And when you're aware of that, then you know how to manage it. You have to manage it when the triggers come. Then you need to
Easy to do
understand
on a
how to,
phone.
what's that?
Not it's easier to do on a phone than when they're sitting on your couch and big.
Oh yeah. Oh, I agree.
I would need a fork to get him off of that couch again.
And see, and that's how you manage it. You see,
Don't let him on the couch.
when you're aware of how and what they do to trigger, and you will how it sets you off, then you have to figure out what is the vehicle to use to manage it. So the phone is better because
Yes.
here I can't handle it. The phone is better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And I made him this week. I made him go, 24 hours without any. I mean, I blocked him on Facebook. I blocked him on the phone. The next day, we were good. We had one conversation. Love you, love you. Good. Now, by today, what was that? 4 days? Friday, Saturday. It already went to hell, and I
Phil,
quit.
stop typing. Phil, you typing?
No, that's not
It
me.
ain't me.
Stella, that's you typing.
No, I'm not typing.
What's that clicking? Is that the dog licking the computer? What?
Man, he
He's
wants to
over there.
talk, so he's typing.
Oh, that's the rat dog. The
Yeah,
pimp.
he's typing. He's trying to talk to. No, I'm just joking. Nobody's typing.
I hear like a tapping.
No, I hear it too, but
I do
to
too,
me
but I
it
don't
doesn't
know what
sound
it
like
is.
tapping. To me, it just sounds like a static.
Now, I think Phil playing with those bobbleheads.
Somebody's playing video games.
Did you hear
I hear it. Yeah, that.
it?
It's aliens.
On my side, it sounded like it's static. On my side, that's what I hear.
And then it just stopped. Oh no, it
Nope.
did. It picked back up. Yeah, maybe it may be static. Don't want none, don't need none. Static.
So you know what I was gonna go ahead and say though,
Go ahead.
Dr. D. Remember I told you how I was told that idiot went ahead and said when toward the end where he told me, he said, you allowed me to do it, you allowed me to get away with it. Remember I told you that? And I said, how the heck do I allow you to go ahead and get away with it? He said, you never went ahead and made me, like to make somebody do it. So it's like, so they're saying that if you don't put your foot down and say, hey, I'm not going to go ahead and have you come around me, or I'm not going to go ahead and have you in my life or whatever, or keep them at a distance, you are letting them get away with it.
You're enabling it.
Yes. And that's what brought me, like when you were telling me about your son, he's your crutch, or excuse me, you're his crutch.
Yes.
And so to a point, you allowed him to go ahead and end up being enabled.
Lifelong. I mean, I
Now
allowed
it's
him
gonna go ahead
to
and take some
speak to me
time, but you're
bad.
gonna have to like totally just like put your foot down.
That's what I'm learning to do now, thanks to Dr. D, because I didn't have the tools or the means to even know how to put my foot down. Everything I did, I thought I was doing the parental duty, blah, blah, blah. And I was actually making it worse. He runs out of gas, come to mom, give him money. Go spend that on
Right.
drugs, come back to mom.
It gets
So,
hard. It gets harder when they get older, because it has to be a harder lesson, because you want to be you, even though you're being hard, they you will do it in love. A
right,
policeman won't do it in
no.
love.
And for the last 10 years, I allowed him to talk to me the way he did.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
He saw men talk to me that way. So even though he hated those men, Well, she let him do it. You let this husband do
No
it.
baby.
Right.
Exactly. So I had enough of all of them, moved out here to the swamp, and I didn't plan on seeing the kid, the husband, nobody. I'm still with the no husband. That
Good
is not
grief.
me, I swear. And I got nothing else on. So.
Phil,
But no, I agree. I'm learning now all of the things I did to enable him
Right.
and trying to reverse it.
And you know, trying to go ahead and change, like breaking habits,
Hmm.
trying to change it. Like it's like learning, and you're gonna be learning, and what you're gonna need to teach him is what is acceptable and what it isn't,
Exactly.
before a relationship becomes totally toxic to your well-being.
Right. And
Because
right.
it
at the
did.
point it
It
became
got to
more
that point
toxic
3 days
to
after he got home. I was at the parole office. Do I have to keep him? And I love this boy, but I can't stand to be around him now.
yeah.
So now that I know he's got a roof over his head, he's got food, it's easier to take that separation and that space because I know he's not going to die.
And
Hold on,
hopefully,
hold on. I'm sorry. Phil, is that you? Phil, say something.
That is not me. No, that's not me.
I think you have another person there, Dr. D, that you're not aware of.
Let me see. It may be. Let me see. It's me, one,
Did Andy
Stella.
show up?
Not positive.
And I hadn't even had time to get on and see if he was around or not yet. And I've been in the house 10 minutes when I got on.
No, it's static. It may be.
Okay.
It's static. Man, was it irritating.
Yeah, that's what it sounded on my side. It sounds like static. But what I wanted to say is like, like we tend to go ahead and be in there. And it's different when it's family than it is when it's somebody that you like are dating or married to.
Yeah,
It's
you can
different.
leave a husband. You can't leave your kids. Well,
Yeah, because that's different. It's like two different type of relationships. Yeah.
right.
And it's harder. But the thing is, you're gonna have to go ahead and put your foot down, what you are, what it's okay and what it isn't. But it's gonna take time. And like I said,
Right.
where it became like toxic, where I had no choice but to,
Hmm.
you
And
know,
we let it get to
do it
that
for my own
point.
mental well-being and physical in the same note, because it gets to the point that your body is gonna go ahead and react to
Right.
what's
Exactly.
going on in your mind, and then you end up getting sick where you're forced to do it. Now you have no choice but to.
Yep. Ulcers, Xanax, you name
Right.
it.
Because you want
And
some type of relief.
Hmm.
hopefully it's gonna go ahead and get better.
It will now. Because if not, I'm selling the house and moving to Alaska.
And you're gonna do what?
I said, if it don't get better, I'm selling my house and moving to Alaska.
I hear you.
So,
Mhm.
uh,
Did
well,
you hear that, Dr. D?
What's that?
I said, did you hear that where it's like echoing, like the voice echoes like seconds later?
Yeah, I do. I hear that it's a delay.
Yeah.
many stories. And I
Yeah,
do hate to cut and run, but literally, I have done nothing. I have been in that doctor's
I
office
got you.
all
I got
day.
you.
Well, love
We
you
just
guys.
gotta-
Nice meeting you, Stella. We all need to hook up sometime.
all right.
Yes, meow. Yes, meow.
See you.
You
I will
take
catch
care.
up. I promise. I gotta
All
figure
right.
out how to get out now.
Okay. Uh, yeah.
Hey,
Hold
hey,
on.
Dr. D.
I don't hear
Did,
nothing now.
I don't hear nothing.
Yeah, is
That is
is
so
okay.
weird.
It's Paulus.
Did you get the did you get that letter?
I did get it. Thank you. I
Yeah,
did
it
get it.
took a while.
Yeah, you came in PO box. Not too long. this week.
Yeah, I had to send it again because what they did is I went ahead and made a mistake. Instead of crossing it,
All right. Oh, Stella. All right. I thank everybody for coming out, and then thank for everybody coming out on this live show. A Q&A seemed to be quite refreshing because it's good dialogue, and everybody seemed to have a certain viewpoints and communicated with some type of fluency. So appreciated. And tonight, you all can go on to, well, you can go right now down to my comment section. You should see a comment section on the YouTube channel, Heroes Journey with DrD.com, and you should see the podcast link, and you can click on the podcast link and pick Spotify, Apple, about six or seven platforms that you can choose, and you can view. You can view previous episodes. However, after tonight, you should be able to view this uh, episode connected with the weekly upload. Well, actually, tomorrow after the update, after the replay, because tomorrow we're gonna play at 9 p.m. Eastern time the replay of this show with some minor edits to it. And after the show, there will be an upload of the show that I uploaded earlier in connection with the live. All right. So all that being said, this is Hero's Journey with Dr. D. It's encouraged to motivate, to educate, to inspire. Trying to help you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. If you find any value in this content, go ahead, help me help you so we can help others by clicking subscribe, hitting that bell, clicking the all for the bell notifications so you can catch on any content that I produce and send up at any time. Do that, share the content, because when you do that, you help climb with me and join with me so we can make it better tomorrow, today. So with that being said, this is the Hero's Journey with Dr. D. Peace and blessings to you all. And we are out.